We'll start from ground level. DOGE, Department of Governmental Efficiency. What is its technical legal status within the Trump administration? Is it an actual, did they create a new administration? Is it a special administration? Like, what is DOGE as a political legal entity?
So when Barack Obama came in, he got Congress to give him special authority to create kind of an almost off-the-books digital services group of people that he could use to sort of monitor all of government. And so he got congressional approval for the authorizing the funds of it and the right for them to not have to clear traditional conflicts of interest checks. So Obama created that by statute. And so all Trump did is take Obama's authority and call it DOGE. That's it. So he's got complete congressional authority for it directly from Congress, thanks to Barack Hussein Obama, who the media never complained about when he did this. Now, as to the constitutional authority, the unitary executive provides that Article 2 gives all executive power, vests all executive power in the President of the United States. It is the most broad giving of power as any part of the branch of government. Judicial power is restricted and limited in a whole bunch of ways. Legislative power, restricted and limited in a whole bunch of ways. The executive power is only restricted by what's given to the legislature, what's given to the judicial, or what's in the Bill of Rights. So that gives you an idea, and some provisions that are also included in Article 2 in terms of jury trial rights and things like that. And so so he's got complete carte blanche as the only elected person in the entire executive branch to do whatever he wants in that respect. In fact, there's the take care clause, which he's ironically being sued for, which he's implementing the take care clause, which requires that he take care to make sure the laws are enforced. That's his obligation. Now here, there's a constitutionally authorized component for DOGE, which I haven't heard discussed more broadly. Here's the provision of Article 1, which the president under Article 2 is required to take care that this provision of Article 1 be executed. Here's what it says. No money shall be drawn from the Treasury, but in consequence of appropriations made by law, and a regular statement and account of the receipts and expenditures of all public money shall be published from time to time. All DOGE is implementing the Constitution of the United States. All it's doing is the president required to take care to make sure the laws are executed. And it's from Article 1 that says this shall be done. It says the money shall make sure that it's being done by law. And secondly, that he has to make sure it's that there's public accountability for all receipts and all expenditures. And that's what DOGE is doing, making accountability. Is this money authorized by law? What they're discovering is a lot of this money was not authorized by law. In fact, it's often in direct contradiction to the law.
Let me just stop you there, because the question is going to be, what right does DOGE even have to do this in the first place? The 19 to 24-year-old tech support that Elon is sending out, are they employees? Are they external contractors? Are they special appointments? Like, what even are they just as a legal entity?
The Congress created that special provision for digital access for Obama that allowed these people to be almost off-the-books people. It's to enforce this constitutional provision. But fundamentally, it's the president of the United States implementing his constitutional obligation to make sure that any money being spent is actually been authorized by law, and to make sure the public knows what's happening to public money, public receipts, and public expenditures of public funds. So the president's constitutionally not only authorized, he's constitutionally obligated to be doing what he is doing with DOGE. And the fact that it's being discussed by Jeffrey Tucker at the Brownstone Institute based on legal research that they've done, it appears that in fact, and from other sources, it appears that every president since Truman has not had direct access to the Treasury in terms of where the money is being spent, that the deep state kind of hijacked it after World War II and has precluded every single elected president from having direct access to where the money is going. Which is, it's not only insane, it's unconstitutional. Again, the obligation is it must be disclosed to the public where all receipts and expenditures are going, and that any expenditure can only be actually issued by the Treasury if it has been authorized by law. And what DOGE is disclosing is that a whole bunch of these monies were not authorized by law. They were contradictory to law, and that is a constitutional requirement. So the president would be obligated to do this even without a statute because it's a constitutional requirement.